Police are watching you, and here is what they found in your name. This isn't a joke or clickbait. This is a serious legal alert that requires your immediate attention. You've been feeling like someone is watching you lately, haven't you? Those feelings of unease when you're out in public, the sense that eyes are following you, the strange coincidences that make you look over your shoulder. Your instincts were correct. Law enforcement databases now contain concerning information linked directly to your personal identity. Someone has been systematically filing complaints and reports using your name, your address, and your personal details. This means that right now, multiple agencies may have your name flagged in their systems for activities you never committed. The timing of you finding this message today is not coincidental. It's crucial for your legal protection. While you've been going about your normal daily life, a dangerous situation has been building in the background. Legal consequences are mounting without your knowledge, and the window to protect yourself is closing rapidly. What you learn in the next few minutes could determine whether you maintain your freedom and reputation or face serious legal troubles that could take years to resolve. The shocking truth is that someone has been using your complete identity to engage in illegal activities, and law enforcement agencies are now investigating crimes committed in your name. This goes far beyond simple identity theft where someone uses your credit card information. This is systematic identity hijacking designed to destroy your life from the inside out. False police reports have been filed using your personal information, claiming you've engaged in harassment, made threats, or exhibited suspicious behavior toward others. The person behind this knows intimate details about your life, your work schedule, your family members, your daily routines, and your personal relationships. Multiple law enforcement agencies may now have your name in their databases connected to criminal complaints you know nothing about. Your reputation in your community, your employment status, and your legal standing are all at serious risk. This type of coordinated identity attack can take years and thousands of dollars to fully resolve through the legal system. What makes this particularly dangerous is that the evidence being planted against you appears legitimate to investigators who don't know the truth. The perpetrator has carefully crafted a false narrative about you that seems believable to authorities. While you've been living your normal life, someone else has been systematically building a criminal case using your identity. The most terrifying part is how sophisticated this attack has become. It's not random but specifically targeted to cause maximum damage to your life. Now you need to understand the warning signs that have been happening around you that you may have dismissed as coincidences. Think back to unusual mail or packages that arrived at your address that you didn't order, especially legal documents, court notices, or government correspondence that seemed like mistakes. Have you received strange phone calls from people asking you to verify personal information or confirm details about activities you never engaged in? Pay attention to comments from friends, family members, or co-workers who mention things you allegedly said or did that you have no memory of. These conversations probably seemed confusing at the time, but they're actually evidence that someone has been impersonating you in various situations. Have you noticed unexplained credit checks appearing on your credit report, or financial institutions contacting you about accounts or applications you never submitted? That feeling of being watched or followed that you've been experiencing lately isn't paranoia. It's your natural awareness picking up on real surveillance. Your technology has probably been acting strangely too. Your phone glitching, emails not sending properly, or accounts being locked for security reasons you don't understand. You may have discovered documents, subscriptions, or online accounts created in your name that you don't remember setting up. People in your community might be treating you differently lately, seeming more distant or suspicious without any clear reason. You've probably noticed law enforcement vehicles in your neighborhood more frequently than usual. Background check companies or verification services may have contacted you asking about information you never provided. These aren't random events. They're all pieces of a coordinated plan to frame you for activities you never committed. The investigation has revealed exactly what evidence exists against you in law enforcement databases, and the scope is more extensive than most people realize is possible. Multiple false police reports have been filed using your complete personal information, claiming you engaged in harassment, made threatening communications, or exhibited stalking behavior toward specific individuals. These reports include detailed descriptions of alleged incidents, complete with dates, times, and fabricated witness statements. Fake social media accounts have been created using your name and photographs, posting concerning content designed to make you appear dangerous or unstable. These accounts have been used to send threatening messages, make inappropriate comments, or share content that authorities consider red flags for potential criminal behavior. The timing of these posts has been carefully coordinated to create a pattern that looks convincing to investigators. False business registrations and legal documents bearing forged versions of your signature have been filed with government agencies, creating paper trails that suggest you're involved in suspicious financial activities. Anonymous tips have been submitted to various law enforcement agencies, providing fabricated details about alleged illegal activities you're supposedly planning or have already committed. The most sophisticated part of this setup involves doctored evidence, altered photographs, manipulated digital communications, and falsified documentation that appears legitimate during initial investigation. Financial transactions you never authorized have been linked to your identity, creating money trails that seem to implicate you in illegal schemes. False witness statements have been provided to authorities from people claiming you threatened them, harassed them, or engaged in stalking behavior. These witnesses provide detailed accounts of interactions that never actually occurred, but their statements are now part of official police records. The coordination and timing of all these false reports has been designed to overwhelm the legal system's ability to properly verify each claim, making it appear like you're involved in an escalating pattern of criminal behavior. Your immediate priority must be documenting your actual whereabouts and activities to create an unbreakable defense against these false accusations. Start keeping a detailed daily log of everywhere you go, everyone you interact with, and all activities you engage in. Include timestamps, locations, and any witnesses who can verify your presence. Take photographs of yourself at various locations throughout each day to create a digital timestamp trail. Contact law enforcement agencies directly to request copies of all reports, complaints, or investigations that mention your name. You have legal rights to access this information, and obtaining these documents is essential for understanding the full scope of what you're facing. Bring these requests in writing and keep copies of all correspondence. Begin creating comprehensive character documentation by gathering letters of recommendation from employers, community members, religious leaders, and long-term friends who can attest to your actual character and behavior patterns. Collect performance reviews, volunteer records, and any documentation that demonstrates your positive contributions to your community. Work with a legal professional who specializes in identity crimes and false accusations to understand your rights and options. They can guide you through the process of formally challenging false reports and pursuing legal action against the real perpetrator. Document every interaction with authorities, including the names of officers, case numbers, and exact details of conversations. Set up comprehensive identity monitoring services that will alert you immediately when new reports, accounts, or legal documents are created using your information. Install security cameras around your property and in your vehicle to provide continuous documentation of your activities and whereabouts. Create detailed timelines showing your actual location during any dates mentioned in false reports using cell phone records, credit card transactions, work records, and witness statements. This documentation becomes crucial evidence proving your innocence. Maintain organized files of all evidence, correspondence, and documentation related to clearing your name. The more thorough your documentation, the stronger your legal position becomes. Now it's time to shift from defense to offense by conducting your own investigation to identify who has access to your personal information and how they're using it against you. Start by examining who in your life has detailed knowledge about your schedule, relationships, work situation, and personal habits. The person behind this attack knows intimate details that suggest they're either someone close to you or someone who has been systematically gathering information about your life. Trace the source of false reports by requesting detailed information from authorities about when and how complaints were filed. Look for patterns in timing, methods of contact, and specific language used in reports. Often, the same person filing multiple false reports will use similar phrasing or make consistent errors that help identify them. Work with cybersecurity experts to trace the creation of fake social media accounts and fraudulent online activities back to their source. Digital forensics can often reveal IP addresses, device information, and other technical details that help identify the real perpetrator. Many identity criminals make mistakes that leave digital fingerprints leading back to them. Hire a private investigator who specializes in identity crimes and has relationships with law enforcement. They can conduct background research on suspects and gather evidence that you cannot access as a civilian. Professional investigators know how to document evidence properly for legal proceedings. Build a legal team that includes attorneys specializing in defamation, identity theft, and criminal defense. Having specialists in each area ensures you're protected from all angles and can pursue both criminal charges against the perpetrator and civil lawsuits for damages. Coordinate with law enforcement to ensure your counter-investigation supports, rather than interferes with official investigations into the crimes committed against you. Understanding the timeline for clearing your name helps set realistic expectations for this challenging process. Complete resolution of sophisticated identity attacks typically takes 6 to 18 months, depending on how extensively false information has been spread and how many agencies are involved. Begin by prioritizing which false reports pose the most immediate threat to your safety, employment, or legal status. Work systematically through each law enforcement agency that has received false reports about you. Provide comprehensive evidence, packages that include your documented timeline, character references, and proof of your actual activities during questioned time periods. Follow up regularly to ensure your case receives proper attention and resolution. Address reputation damage in your community and workplace by proactively communicating with important people in your life. Provide them with factual information about the identity attack and evidence of your innocence before they hear false information from other sources. Most people will be supportive when they understand you're the victim of a crime. Legal procedures for removing false information from official records vary by agency and jurisdiction. Some corrections happen quickly once proper evidence is provided. while others require formal hearings or legal proceedings. Stay organized and persistent in following up on each correction request. Rebuild damaged relationships by being patient and understanding with people who may have believed false information about you. Focus on demonstrating your true character through consistent positive actions rather than trying to argue against every false claim. Time and authentic behavior are often the most powerful tools for restoring trust and reputation in your community. Implementing advanced identity protection strategies prevents future attacks and gives you early warning if someone attempts similar crimes against you again. Set up comprehensive monitoring of your personal information across all major databases, credit agencies, and public records. These services alert you within hours when new accounts, reports, or documents are created using your information. Establish strong digital security measures including two-factor authentication on all accounts, regular password changes, and careful management of what personal information you share online or in public. Limit social media posts that reveal your schedule, location, or personal details that criminals could use against you. Create ongoing relationships with legal and security professionals who understand your situation and can respond quickly if future problems arise. Having an established legal team and security consultant makes you less vulnerable and enables faster response to new threats. Develop community awareness by educating family members, friends, and coworkers about identity crimes and how to recognize warning signs. When people in your network understand these threats, they become additional protection by reporting suspicious activities or communications to you immediately. Maintain regular monitoring of official records and databases where false information could be planted. Schedule quarterly reviews of your credit reports, background check results, and any professional licensing or registration databases relevant to your work or activities. Early detection of new false information prevents small problems from becoming major legal challenges that could take years to resolve.